Chumma, chumma,
What are you doing, bro?
chumma.
Must be some of that, like, Alex Pereira black magic? You know what I mean?
Alex Pereira Black Magic is the cold opening. Literally 30 seconds before we go live. Fight Show episode 39
We've
powered
got the
by
good spirits
Buff.
in there.
Fight Show episode 39 powered by Buffed Energy. We got a treat for you guys, special guest tonight. But like I said before, we're, as always, powered by Buffed Energy. Caffeine, nootropics, electrolytes, 3 organic mushrooms. Fuck cans, get buffed. You can go to buffed.energy/fight show. And I rushed through that because we're super excited to have this guy with us tonight. He is your New York State 180-pound kickboxing champion, your WKA 185 national kickboxing champion, and he just returned from Scotland, where he captured the WKA 185 kickboxing world championship in what is known as the Olympics of kickboxing, since kickboxing is not the Olympics. Local to Pennsylvania, you know how we are about our Pennsylvania fighters. But with that being without further ado, you guys are going to get to know him tonight. Jake, the Beast Kelly, what's up, bud? Thanks for joining us.
That was a great introduction.
And he's 8-1 too.
I
Just in case
appreciate
anybody's
that.
wondering, he's 8-1. We've had a lot of shit going on this week. Bill sent it. I've looked it over, but trying to reverse it and get it right in the right order and do it the justice that you deserve. We appreciate it. Appreciate you joining us tonight.
Hey, I will say this for those that are gonna get to know him. Jake's swag is always on some like next level. Like I wish I had swag like this back when I fought. Man, this guy's always got some sunglasses on, looking suave, a sharp hat, nice hoodie, like all that.
As they say,
What's up, Jake?
on
Gotta
point.
stay fly. Stay fly.
Yeah, I mean that
Of course, always on
vlog.
point.
Once I found out you were coming around, I was a little bit more familiar with your brother than I was you, unfortunately. But I'm glad to know you now. Mm-hmm. That vlog you guys put out over there was just awesome. The behind the scenes stuff, just what you went through. And I urge everybody, if you're in here watching the show tonight, go check out Jake's blog. At the end of the show, we'll give you guys all the information. We'll put it in the show notes where to find it. I'm going to dip out and play producer. I'm just as interested to hear what you got to say, Jake. So you're going to leave you in the capable hands of these guys, and I'll be around on the back end. But Bill, I kick it over to you.
All right, Jake, just introduce you to the group. This is Tanner Canada. He owns Fight Junkies, 80,000 members strong. In the bottom right-hand corner here is Miss Sarah. She is our moderator, keeps things moving on the social media end. So thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
We appreciate you being here.
Yeah, got a couple questions for you. I want to go over, man. Get to know you. You're young. You're young in the game, man. You're just starting out, and you're pretty accomplished. You know. First question I want to ask you, man. I like knowing this. Everybody has a different reason why. What made you? What's your why? Why do you strap up gloves? Why do you fly across the world? Why do you do this?
You know, if you would have asked me this question a week or 2 weeks ago, I probably would have had a completely different answer than what I'm about to say. But yeah, that really came, it hit me hard over this weekend when I was over at the World Tournament. So I had 2 fights over there in 2 different weight classes. Everything was just spread out, so they put me in the weight class above and then my current weight class over there. So my first fight was in the heavier weight class, and I fought this guy from New Zealand. He was real tough, put a lot of pressure. It was a real good scrap, gave me a nice little shiner. But I lost a unanimous decision, and I knew going into the 3rd round that I was down. And, I stood up on the stool, getting ready to come out, and I just thought in my head, like, I'm going to have to knock this guy out if I have to win. And if he wants me to quit, he's going to have to knock me out. And in that moment, like, that really told me that I'm not just somebody that does fighting. I'm a fighter. And fighting is just what I do.
All right, all right. So,
Answer.
let me ask. So what weight class was that? What was the first weight class? Did they bump you up one?
Yeah, I don't know what it, to be honest, what it was because it was in kilograms, but I just know I signed up for 185, so that was probably anywhere from like 182 to 185, depending on it. So whatever the weight class above that was.
Okay, so 185 is that what you would say your natural weight class is?
Yeah, that's where most of my
Oh,
fights have been. I fought at 180 before, and I mean, I feel great at 180. That's where I won that New York State belt at. But yeah, 185. That's what I fight at.
okay, what's your walk around weight?
Anywhere usually like maybe 191, 193. I don't walk
Okay,
too
so you
heavy over what I
okay.
fight at.
Okay, so you kind of fight in the weight class, so like right around where you walk at. That's not a huge cut. That's not like some 20-pound cut or anything like that.
No,
Yeah.
I used to cut a lot of weight and like I wrestled my whole life growing up from second grade
Okay.
until I graduated high school. And like a typical wrestler, I was sucking a lot of weight, barely eating, always just in that like mentality of when I'm in practice, it's like I'm practicing to lose weight and keep the weight off, not like focusing on actually getting better, you know? And then
Okay,
my senior year, I was like, I just don't want to cut weight. It's my last year. I'm kind of over it.
I've
And
been
I
there. Yep.
wrestled I wrestled at 182 and I probably walked around at like 180. And that was my best year. I won the like section tournament, went to the state tournament, and then, when I started to continue in fighting, I kind of just kept that same philosophy of when I'm in the gym, I want to focus on getting better and focus on my skills rather than focus on cutting weight.
All right, so let me ask you, man. As most of the time, you're a little bit of an oddity here. Most of the time, when somebody's dedicated their whole life to wrestling, I know what it's like. I was a wrestler too. Um, to I wouldn't say abandon MMA, but you seem to have gone a different path. Like I feel like you would have been pretty successful at mixed martial arts too, but you seem to have just went the way of kickboxing. What's the motivation behind that? Why are you leaving that grappling? Tanner's the jiu-jitsu guy. Why are you leaving that grappling background in the past and not utilizing that? What makes you want to do kickboxing as opposed to MMA?
Just standing and punching people in the face is fun. And that's,
Fair.
yeah, that's just what I like to do.
All right, so
Well,
you're
what are
is
some
that is
things you took from your wrestling that helped you over in your kickboxing? If you don't mind me slipping that in.
good.
I would say most probably the thing taken more than anything else is got to be the work ethic because like high school wrestling and college wrestling is like the hardest thing that somebody can do. Like I'll argue that, I mean, even though I kickbox, I'll argue that that type of wrestling is like the hardest sport or physical activity that you could ever do. It's so just
I won't argue
grueling
with
and the
you.
practices are so long. Like it sucks. Like the whole point of it, what makes it worth it is like winning matches, and like progressing and getting that feeling of success from like sacrifice. So then, I kind of just transfer that into kickboxing and I just make like everything that I do in my life about fighting, whether it's like, time I wake up or what I eat or just my whole general schedule. That just is kind of what it revolves around.
Well, I'll tell you to give a little background here. Jake Kelly, his older brother is Zach Kelly, one of the better fighters that's ever come out of here at Lancaster. I think he was 4-1 or 5-1 as a pro. My God, too many kickboxing matches to even mention. He has the title, I believe, for gut check that he just beats. I mean, Zach's a killer.
Hmm.
Um, Jake, are you ruling mixed martial arts out? Is that that you would never try it, or you just no interest anymore?
I mean, never say never. It'd always be enticing. And in my second fight over at Worlds, I was fighting this guy from Brazil, and I had him. I was up against the ropes, and he was coming in, and I threw a switch, or other way around. I had him on the ropes, and I threw a 1-2, back up, throw a switch kick at him, and he kicked out my post leg. And when he kicked my post leg, man, he stood over top of me and he hit me when I was on the ground. So when he hit me on the ground, my first thought was like, I can't let him get away with that. So he hits me when I'm on the ground, and then I jump on his legs and hit him with a double leg, take him down in the kickboxing ring. So I
Well,
mean,
see, that's
it's
what I'm
still
saying.
instinct. You never know it. It might happen.
You said you like to stand and bang. I'm just saying you can still stand and bang in mixed martial arts, and it's not like somebody's just going to take you down at will. And those little gloves are a lot easier to find somebody's chin. I'm just saying. But
Very
all right,
true.
we'll move on.
Very true. We'll
Next
see.
question,
Like I
man.
said, never say never.
What's your favorite moment in your combat sports career so far, man? What's the peak? For me, it was winning a title in front of my little girls. There was nothing I wanted more, even though it was an amateur title. There's got to be some moment in your mind that your mind just goes to. What was your favorite moment, man? So far, you got a lot to come yet, but what's your favorite moment so far?
Yeah, it's got to be when I won the national title, the WK national title last summer. Because that was, I mean, my brother fought in that tournament twice. He got second one year and third another year. And everybody, I mean, I've been around kickboxing my whole life since I was probably 11 or 12 years old when my brother started fighting. And I started training at 14, so it's just been in my life. I've seen everybody in, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, that whole area from 15 years ago to now. And everyone who was the best, they won the WKA tournament. So when I got to win that, and especially against the opponent that I had, like at the time I was only 5-0, and I took a couple years off when I went to college, and I came back and I only had 2 fights before nationals. So I was like 2 fights in 6 years, and only 5 fights total in experience. And my opponent, his name's Nahom Dempsey. He's from Beta Academy down in DC. He was 25-2. So, I faced a super experienced opponent with a bunch of belts, a lot of experience, someone who's very, very respected in the game. And just based upon my will to win and the trust I had in my corner, we made a plan and stuck to it and won. And getting my hand raised and having that belt was definitely amazing.
What was your record after winning that one?
6-0. Mm-hmm.
Was that like your moment of like, holy crap, I'm kind of good at this, or like, had you already
Yeah.
realized that?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah,
No,
I was
definitely
gonna say, you tell me a guy that's 5-0 is going against a guy that's like 25-2. I would automatically assume, I am a betting man, I would automatically assume that the guy that's 25-2, the experience is going to take over, and the other guy just hasn't really fought that level of guy yet. But man, you did it, knocked it out of the park. Good shit.
Like I said, it's a lot of trust in the corner. They help just as much as it is me actually doing it in there.
All right, so let me ask you something else. Okay, so you're over in Scotland, right? The bell rings. You know the fight's over. Your brother's. I saw your brother over there with you. He's unwrapping your gloves. Did you know dude, going to the judges is a crazy thing, especially when you're not in your home country.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea who's connected to who knew. You haven't. I've been there before. You have no idea what's going on. Did you know that you had it?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
You felt like you had it?
Yeah. In my second fight against Brazil, I definitely knew that. That I secured it. I mean, the first round it was pretty dominant on my end. Like it was a very, very easy 10-9 round. I thought I was gonna drop him a couple times from body shots. I had him grunting and groaning in there, couple knees, couple teeps to the stomach, but he didn't go down. But I was pretty much in control. Same thing second round. I still felt completely in control. And the third round was just like a crazy scrap, man. That Brazilian was throwing like jumping head kicks, chucking hooks at me. Like he was making some crazy faces and coming for my head, but yeah, I just had to play it real smart in that round, and I knew for sure that I pulled out that victory.
Okay, well, I see you and your brother, man. I'll tell you what. One thing that's a testament to you, if you're anything like your brother, the guy trains fucking hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Stays in shape. I've seen your pictures, man. You stay in shape too. I can't imagine you getting all big and fat out season. You stay tight. What did it feel like when you heard that guy say, fighting out of the blue corner, and when you knew when it was official, when you knew there was nothing left to guess, when you knew all your hard work paid off and you won, man? What's that moment feel like?
Man, to be honest, it was just so much relief. That was probably the main thing that I felt, because I mean, I'm not complaining about this at all, but I've just put so much pressure on myself. Like I feel like I'm the type of person that can thrive under that pressure. Like that's why I love, being in a fight. It's like, you could get knocked unconscious in front of like your friends and family and everyone around, and like, you train so hard, you have to perform. So there's so much pressure. And there was just so much I had like kind of riding on this too, like some plans I have for the future. And I've been working on a clothing collection like the past year and a half, and that's all based upon like the concept behind it was like based upon this journey to a world championship, and I had to win it, to be able to drop these clothes.
Yeah.
So it was just, yeah, there was just a lot on the line for it. And then how much time like my brothers put into me and Christians put into me and everyone at the gym and
Mhm.
everywhere we go, it was like, it's so much bigger than just winning it for myself.
No, that makes a lot of sense, man. It's like nobody who flies from Lancaster to Scotland just to participate.
Exactly.
I'm coming to win, man. I'm not coming to just like participate in this shit. I'm trying, like, I want to win this shit. I'm not raising all this money for airfare and stuff just to fly out to Scotland so I can be like, hey, I participated. Like, I'm trying to win.
100%.
No, that's good, man. So I'll tell you what, that leads right into my next question, man. You accomplished the goal. A lot of us in life know what that's like. Like, you hit your goal. What's next, man? There's got to be something on your radar. I mean, say whatever it is, man. No matter how big, no matter how small. What's next?
Yeah, well, next thing I got to focus on, my brother has a pro boxing fight in August. So I'm going to be making sure that, he's ready, be working with him. I'm looking to
Okay.
fight again in September. Then I know we got a bunch of guys that are gym competing at nationals, so I'll be helping with that. I really want to go to Thailand and fight over in Thailand. I think that would be something really cool to check off on the bucket list.
Oh
And
yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
yeah, just try to be real active for this next year, year and a half, and try to win just as many belts. Go to more tournaments, travel to more states, more events. Be the out of town guy more, and do a lot of upsets.
I like it. You like the villain role. You like the hero role. So do I.
It's
That's
more
good.
fun.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I see you guys tagging all the time on social media. You more so than your brother are a social media presence. I see you guys down at Bill Algio's a lot,
Hmm.
who is actually a current fighter in the UFC. I believe he's probably ranked between 15 and 20. He's right around there. How is the training down at Algio's down there? Is there a training partner down there that you like? Brings out the best in you. Who's the guy, man, that he's a little bit above where you want to be, and you're trying to get, and you love sparring the guy, you love training with him. Who's the guy that makes Jake Kelly better?
Yeah, I go down to Algio's just about every single Saturday for sparring, and there's so many great guys that are down there, and not to give that type of answer, but everybody is a great training partner in their own way, and I take so much from everybody. Like this
Okay.
guy named Latif Scott, like he has the best jab I've ever seen. Like the first time I went to Algio's, he gave me a bloody nose, he gave me a black eye, like just from a jab. And since he did that, like that's something that I worked on so much. Or, Joey Milano, like he's so explosive and so accurate and like creative with his stuff. And even Bill, like Bill is just so slick with his movement and his angles and his timing and just the combinations that he chooses to throw. Like everybody there is just so talented at so much stuff, and I try to kind of dissect everybody and learn from everybody and use it to kind of like mold my game into the best at everything.
Okay. I'll say, is there a curtain fighter on the UFC roster in a major promotion? Like, what fighter inspires you? Who's the guy that you look at and you're like, man, that's the dude. That's what he motivates me. Like, I enjoy watching him fight. I tune in when I see his name on a card. Who's the guy?
The most is definitely, Alex Pereira. He's
Okay,
Glory,
yeah,
two-time Glory
yeah.
champ, goes to UFC, two-division champ. Like he's the guy right now. He's
Can I just
probably the most
clarify? You
exciting
do
fighter to
glory rules
watch.
with WKA, right?
Yeah, Glory.
That's what I thought. I saw they had different rule sets and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
figured that's
Glory
what
and K1. That's what I usually compete in.
Yeah, we got a Pereira fan here. Yeah, that guy's a badass, man. He's done so much in so little time. Even me, I was like, oh, all somebody has to do is wrestle him, and they'll beat him easy. Apparently, it's not that easy. So,
Yeah.
okay, I'll tell you what. I'll ask you. We're coming to the end of it here, but I do want to say we have a lot of people that watch the show. A lot of I talk to a lot of people aspiring to fight. If there was one thing that you wish you knew when you first started off, day one, when you said, you know what, I'm gonna take this journey in life, I'm gonna do this fighting career, I'm gonna see how far I can take it. There's something you learned along the way that you wish you probably would have known back when you first started. To anybody that's watching right now, or anybody I'm going to talk to in the future, what's one thing that you wish you knew back then that you know now from experience that you feel would have helped you out?
I would say if someone's just trying to get into this, the thing I would just really, really take in mind is that if you're going to fight, you have to understand that this isn't just a sport that you do for fun. This is something that can be very dangerous, and someone's trying to hurt you and you're trying to hurt them, and you can't go in there and just have fun. Like, there's a mission that has to be done, and if both people understand what that mission is, it can sometimes get pretty violent. So people need to understand that this isn't a game, and people, they really train to hurt people, and they train to be the best fighter possible. And if you're not ready to, sacrifice a lot of time and dedicate your life to this, like, don't do this just for fun.
All right, good shit.
Step
I'll
off
tell
the
you what,
porch
we
with the big dogs eat. Love it.
I'll tell you, I'm going to toss you to Tanner real quick. We're just going to do just a little quick 10 or 15 question rapid fire, yes or no, one word answer, just so we can get to know Jake Kelly other than the fighter, man. I'm tossing it up to Tanner, and then we'll come back to you. We'll give you some shout outs, and we'll get you out of here. All right, Tanner?
So,
go ahead, man. Fire away.
Flash questions, just off the top of your head, just some things other than combat. So we're going to start with number one. What's your favorite TV show?
Breaking Bad.
All right. Your favorite cheat meal?
Mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Nice. Favorite non-combat athlete?
Allen Iverson.
Nice.
Nice.
Favorite sports team? Any sport?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Favorite movie?
No Country for Old Men.
And your favorite type or genre of music?
Hip hop.
Nice. And your favorite location that you fought at?
Oh, Motherwell, Scotland.
Nice. Favorite after fight meal?
Cheese pizza. Actually, no, a chicken tender sub from Wawa with a Mountain Dew Voltage and a Reese's Fast Break.
I respect it.
That's a man who's cut weight. That's a
Right.
man who's cut weight.
Extra
favorite-
specific.
Your favorite combat athlete of all time?
Anderson Silva.
Nice. And your favorite action movie?
Predator.
All right, that's all I got for you. Nice.
All right, good shit. I'll tell you what, I'm going to toss this up to Jake. Jake, any shout outs? Dude, you've had so much support along the way. I know your brother's in your corner all the time. You got a great team at Gracie 717, Algios, man. This is your minute or two to shine, man. Say anything you want. Shout anybody out, man. Who's important to you? Who's helped you along this journey?
Thank you to my brother Zach Kelly, Strictly Business, Christian Carr, Jake Strom, everyone at Gracie 717, and July 4th, I'm dropping a clothing collection titled Seppuku. So follow me on Instagram at Jake Kelly with 4 underscores. I'm going to be posting my website, a lot of pictures, a lot of clothes, a lot of new products for you all to browse and purchase. So stay tuned. July 4th, new collection.
All right. There you go, guys. You had it, man. He is your 2024 185-pound WKA world champion from Scotland, but hailing from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Jake Kelly. All right, Jake. Thanks for stopping by, dude.
One
Appreciate
more
it.
thing I want to add, Jake.
Oh, wait. Here we go. My bad.
Fascinating to kind of just sit in the background and watch and listen. I've been following you and your brother for a little while, and like I said, a friend of Bill's is a friend of mine. So congratulations on everything. Anytime you want to come back on and promote anything you're doing, feel free to use our platform to do it. You and your brother, or any guys that you know that want to get a little shine. We want to focus on you guys that are coming up and you guys that are putting in the work out there. And maybe not everybody knows your name yet, but we know there's people walking away tonight that know your name, and we appreciate them for that. So, and also anybody that wants to see his journey, that likes the journey behind the scenes stuff, I could personally recommend his YouTube vlog from his entire trip to Scotland. You get to see the insights and see what it's like and his thoughts going through the whole thing. So I really urge everybody to hit him up on YouTube. We'll put all his social stuff in the show notes on YouTube, and anybody that hangs it can check in the ChkM8 page, and we'll get you in contact with Jake if you want to check out his shit. So we appreciate you, Jake. Thanks, bro, and we will let you get back to doing what you're doing, and we'll see you next time.
Appreciate
you,
you
Jake.
guys.
There it is, Jake Kelly, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bill
Help
Bookwalter. Bill Bookwalter
Guys.
never shows up to a fucking production meeting and pulls this out of his ass. Can we just say that?
You airing dirty laundry on social media? Is that what you're doing right